You know, I'm just one part of the team here at Premier Global Services. We all have our places and our things that we need to do and we need to execute. And mine's going out and finding the new business and the new opportunities and bringing them to the table and to get them developed. There is no typical day. You know, a lot of times the days are spent satisfying the existing base. Sometimes that's as simple as making a quick phone call to them. Sometimes that's as complex as, you know, pulling in several departments throughout the organization. One of the challenges is, you know, continually being innovative, right? Conferencing, alerts and notifications, marketing automation. Not telling the client, no, we haven't ever done that, and I don't think we ever could. You know, my approach is, well, we don't do that yet, but maybe with your help and your guidance, we can make this happen together. That teamwork doesn't really only work just internally, it works with our clients as well. Like my clients at 21st Century. Part of the challenge was to build a network for them that had all their capabilities and feature sets.
As a UCS client manager, I manage a list of about 40 different clients, and one of my clients is Frankfort, Kentucky Emergency Management Agency.
Frankfort's a relatively small town. It's a good place to live. I call it a happy medium. We don't have the problems of the huge metropolitan areas, but we have maybe just enough excitement to keep it interesting, I guess, if you will. September 29th, typical Friday morning, 911 had received a call that there was possibly a kidnapping suspect in the area.
Go ahead. With both units observed for a white male, about 33 years old. He just walked out of that address with a 2-year-old child. We have a kidnapping warrant for him. He's unsure of direction of travel. His eyes wearing a red shirt. Child, approximately 2 years old, blonde hair.
You know, knowing that a 2-year-old had been kidnapped and possibly in our area, as a father, I can just imagine what that would be like, being a parent and not knowing where your child is. You know, are they in danger? Are they okay? You know, are they in another state? So at approximately 11:58, I contacted Elizabeth Drake at 21st Century Communications and initiated the process for a mass notification call to our citizens.
Darren Rambo gave me an address, a neighborhood, and some street names, and I was able to shoot back a list of phone numbers, and then we FTP'd these 3,488 phone numbers to Premier, and they dispersed the calls across their platform.
When 21st Century sends us the files, the data ends up here. These are the JMONs, these are the boxes that will control everything. They're basically the brains of the operation.
Step 2 is going through our text-to-speech engines, so it'll give us an input file of what they want said, and these engines here will convert it into a voice.
From here, these actually will dial out at the same time, all trying to reach as many people as they can, which in the case for 21st Century, where they're alerting people, that's something of great value.
This is a message from Frankfort Emergency Management. The police are requesting your assistance in locating a kidnapping victim.
It took a second to listen to it and to try to absorb it, you know, because I wasn't expecting that call. So I walked straight to the door and went, because it scared me. I was surprised that exactly who I thought they might be talking about was on our street.
I'd stopped over here and I was on my way back home. And as I was walking back across the street, the gentleman was coming down here carrying the baby, and I just gave him a casual hello, how you doing?
After I called 911, I went back out and stood on the sidewalk, and it killed me to stand here and let them go down the street. I mean, if the kids weren't here, I could have seen me run out and tackle the guy to get the kid away, because that's how scary it was.
Well, when I came in, the light on my caller ID was flashing, so I checked my messages, and I had the 911 call was on there. So I went out and I got in my truck. So I just kind of rode along and checked him out as I rode by. When I got back to the house, I went in and called 911.
911, where's your emergency?
At 12:24, We had 2 or 3 simultaneous calls to 911, actually spotting the suspect, which was actually outside of our original search area.
And we stood out here, I know we stood here and watched him until he got out of sight, that we couldn't see him up there at the corner anymore. That when he went around the corner, well, you know, we didn't know where he was then. And I guess that's about the time that the cops showed up.
Right.
At 12:32 p.m., approximately 8 minutes later, the initial PD unit on scene made contact with the child and suspect in this parking lot right here. The situation was over before the helicopter could get here, before the Amber Alert could be issued, or before we could even bring additional units in to search, so it was relatively fast.
10-4, you can tell them to level down some. We're out with them. Everything's 10-4.
10-4, is it going to be the subject we're looking for, and if so, is he in custody, and is the child okay?
Affirmative.
I did feel satisfaction that I was able to help a child be reunited with his family.
I don't know what it costs, but it's well worth it. You know, if it saved one child, it's, you know, the price is not too much.
It's exciting when you know that you can be part of making something work.
This is just one case, but it's a case of a 2-year-old child being returned safely to their parents. You know, obviously we feel good for being able to recover that child, but they should feel good as well, because without them, this would have never happened.
You go home at the end of the day knowing that, you know, you made a difference at work. That day, it was a tremendous difference.
It's not my job didn't get done or it took 10 minutes longer than I wanted it to. It was, you saved somebody, dude. That's pretty impressive.
What I do does make a difference, right? It's just, yeah, there's some days you just don't want to get up and go do it, or, oh no, I got to make another cold call. Oh no, I'm gonna have to deal with this customer on this credit. But when you know you're part of something that's bigger or that made an impact, it makes it all worthwhile.